For this week's discussion question, you asked us to consider a person that we've heard speak before and what identifies them as a good speaker. When I read the discussion question and some of the fellow classmates' answers, the first person that came to my mind was public speaker and motivational speaker Mel Robbins. While she seems like probably a pretty obvious choice just given the type of work that she's in, there are really 5 key reasons why I love her as a public speaker. First and foremost, she's personable and funny. In her TED Talk or TEDx talk, Stop Screwing Yourself Over, she talks a lot about intrinsic motivation. But one of the things I love about that particular talk and really how she ties it back in and she's personable is she really interacts with the audience. She brings them into her topic. She brings up ideas and thoughts throughout a daily life that normal everyday people would normally have. She accentuates all of her points with humor and therefore continually engages her audience. Another reason why I love her and I think that she is probably one of the epitome of a good speaker is her use of research and facts. So I think it's really easy when you're speaking publicly to enumerate facts and figures and use quotes a little too much. So Mel absolutely brings those types of things into her talks, but at the same time, she ties it back to her audience. She brings it in the right time and she summarizes the main points that a research study or a scientist has discovered versus giving always direct quotes or longer enumerations of what the study meant. Thirdly, one of the things I love about her is her ability to transition without stopgaps. And I really feel like this is probably true of any public speaker in our modern era that we love currently. So what I mean by that is in her speeches feel almost circular. She brings you in with her and to her next point. So not only is she engaging you as an audience member, but as she transitions from one to the next, you really don't feel that. And she does it through thought-provoking questions so that you're aware of where she's at and the point that she's trying to make. As with a lot of public speakers and some of what the other fellow students have mentioned, she has an incredibly amount of confidence, and I really do think confidence is key as far as a good speaker is concerned. She speaks with authority, and she pauses it for emphasis, all a part of that key confidence. And then finally, as chapter 3 had indicated when preparing for your speech in our book, she really does know her audience. So her speeches are largely self-help speeches, and in fact, when she gives such a speech, she really ties back her main points to day-to-day mundane items that every single person that would be coming for this kind of motivational self-help speech would experience and feel. And she accentuates the emotions or the feelings that they have when doing these things, to real-life examples. And I really feel like in that way, she connects with the audience. She knows how her audience feels, and therefore makes a bigger impact on her audience in general. So those are my top 5 things, the reasons why I think a good speaker is just a good speaker. They have to be personable and funny. They have to use research and facts in a way that isn't mundane or boring. They have to be able to transition without stopgaps. They should have great confidence, and they should know their audience. Thank you.